communication gap between the communities. Yeah. And this we've brought this program because we live in the world. So this world, disabilities, they have a lot of worries. It's very difficult. So that's why we are looking for other organizations, or maybe the deaf people can be attached, can be so motivated, they're able to reach us like other people without deafness can do. So we want to appreciate also other organizations, as we know it has been of help sponsor and help us persons with disabilities and behind us persons with disabilities. But please, we want to be grateful for the Zambian government for giving us the organization where we're able to see that they have embarked on is. And also we want to thank is to come on this show, yeah, and discuss. We recognize that we are also equal in God's image and that God had made all one. And that's why we need to focus on working together for equality and for us. For other private sectors, schools, those, you know, and to make persons with disabilities to be recognized and not to leave anyone behind. Yeah, so this program no one is under. So please, we encourage everyone to acquire the skill or the training that all people feel. We also feel like and to sponsor us more. So for more information, we'll come back after. Welcome back. So we are still discussing different skills in different electrical, others the skill in window, so that different organizations can come in and look at the need of persons with this kind of issues. So if you feel like you're able to participate on the program for them to support us with, and also can have a mutual understanding with the persons with the disabilities. I matter also. So it's a very good lesson that we come here and the challenges we persons with disabilities. Like for example, some hearing organizations about us, they don't know much about us, but if bringing awareness to different with disabilities, and it can be any kind of sponsorship. Take a child, a vulnerable child, a person with a disability, was to emulate that kind of Zambia to be so grateful. And also our, not just to be trained as teachers, no, but they can know how to, because being it with it, want to keep on encouraging either person with it a bit on the wheelchair and different to do some trade also, yeah, because we feel like there should be a delivery to continue actually seeking to acquire different skills for them to benefit in the near future to come. Yeah. For example, be someone who is a person with disability, deaf people, I still have the wisdom to understand, and I can even abilities. We can do anything. Yeah. We must actually focus on bring different skills and showcase our talents, disabilities, to think about their future, people without deafness. So we have a comprehensive, not leaving anyone. Also persons with disabilities, they think in the same way. So that's why we don't want to leave anyone. So this program in every different organization, and that's why we come up with inclusive program. So this program it's actually available, very much free to come and discuss with that. So a government institution feel like this program is very rich and bring in more interesting topics. For now, for another side of today's show, we want to appreciate about that, giving many experience about him being a person of private institutions to come on board. One is very important. So Kauta, and we would want 974-7588. Everyone matters. What do everyone want to bring agenda or so it's going to be so nice today with our special guest that we are going to have, but because next time with us, and that's why we can and interaction with us. So if you feel like you want to come and participate, very important on important topics that you feel like it needs to be done in the community. So sign language itself. Yeah, so there are categories when we talk about not for the deaf people, it's not for a sign language interpreter. We apologize for that, language interpreter. So for us to continue, we talk about all types of disabilities. It is mean anything that this show, it's actually open for every, what we call coda, children kind of challenge. It's something they've been having. So would like to this disability matters, just like Shesha Home was supposed to have here. We've seen that they are so disability. That's always my thought. The thought that runs my mind every time. If with a disability, me without a disability, I can be attacked. How about so important, and we need the protection for everyone. And ministries to come on board, discuss with us, parents, teachers. Yeah, how do they handle themselves when such to report at the police, or they want to be sensitized on how they can live with others when a person with disabilities, but how can they live with the others in the community? The different ministries information, persons with disabilities are not left out. That has come on rise. Yeah, which is how challenging it is to parents with such kind of children on board. So we look forward for different institutions and those issues to come and being discussed on this program. We have under the SDG, we have wanted to see how can we work in relation to that, because when we talk about and then it ends. For example, I buy a bag of millimi for a person with them. Is that what we want to discuss about? So we talk about the ramps, which is okay because persons they'll be able to move. Look at where the water tanks or maybe the kiosk for water are being placed at. So we need that also to be brought on board and make sure that as they are planning, it's also we need to keep on mind, and also to not to as long as a deaf person, we also have the aged, and this really gives me some memories back. Families just living with their old grandparents, struggling to have a life, and you look at how that is so challenging. So that's why if we can think and together come up with a deliberate, sustainable program that they don't have to strain much because already they're driving, but at least not with a lot of challenges together and discuss this question, have this wonderful discussion. Interpretation, the sign language interpreter, so that so as we said, we promise we're going to sign language interpretation now on our show, so that short break and then we come back with an inclusive session that we're having. So stay tuned, we'll be back shortly. My heart is at peace now that we have a sign language interpreter on. Don't forget the theme for today, able to answer any question that will come about inclusive, because want everyone, since I'm so grateful that he is here with us. Okay, so we continue with our program. Yeah, of this access to persons, to health for persons with it, that we consider it like that, because facilities or the ramps or anything deliberate to show that has come in, if a deaf person or a person with disability was to go at the hospital, they can no longer queue on anything, which is somehow so bad. And so we look forward that everyone could come and so that anyone can be able to access, and just basically we also want to see anyone and promote actually accessibility. It doesn't choose at what time or what, it can happen at any time. Now, and the vulnerable, I'm a person who has lived in the community where and if you get closer to the where they say some have been neglected because to hygiene, so we need hygiene behavior change to persons with disabilities, the vulnerable and the aged, because everyone matters. So imagine that same kind of a person is a relative that we need to be attached. We need to feel so comfortable when we are living, so that indeed we've played a good role. Even if we were to die now, we know that at least the show of Wapadela, we would want everyone actually to embrace, and actually we want everything to be on our own, no, but to be available, so that we can be highlighting numerous issues. Numerous issues can be as people, everyone matters. They need to be sensitized. They need to be aware. Where they were in the stadium with a friend who is deaf. What was happening in the ground for the friend, and they were all able to enjoy the game. He cannot see, but because of that, if us too we were to embrace that idea of bringing anyone and help them, yeah, so it's something that we can do, and we'll keep on appreciating Litovia TV for giving us this time that we are able to be discussing. Also give some motivation to see that at least we have somewhere that think of persons with disabilities to be mattered for, and beg for everyone to say that they should emulate such kind of there. We can find that we have a lot of statistics on persons with disabilities. Yeah, so honestly, yeah, we hear of these have donated this and that. Being a person with a disability, the deaf himself, he has managed his that deafness. They have not done, but he's been man who is able to come here and present the show. So that really shows how important and what a person with a disability achieve their goals of doing what they want. Not only about them doing teaching, but also if they can do some other skill, electrical art, so to say. It's very important that we can help them and help our people to reach, because ours is just to facilitate the platform where we can discuss at this particular moment. That's why this program, it's special. So this is so nice, and child protection is very important. Yeah. How can a child with a disability need to make sure that everyone, how are they going to survive? So please, viewers, feel an interaction or discussion with you on this show. Yeah, so matters with our special guest planned to continue. That has been supporting the program, and everyone is to discuss what we have to be something very important, and we need to remove the odd culture. It happened like that. So please, let us notice, no, they're just human beings like us. They were born like that. So we don't need actually to call those people doctor. We call them also like that. They are SARS. I don't want it to be like a habit where because they are disability, chofunda what a crazy person, mad this show to discuss. Any question that you have with us, me, the guests here, and also want to appreciate Brian who started this conversation and introduce and also they learn our culture. Then we're going to have an inclusive program that is going to be your presenter for this part of the show, Blessing Sokauta, and a discussion with Naken, bring quality